Hello again everyone from YouTube, and new recipe for you today: low calorie, high volume protein pancakes. Ingredients you can see on the screen. There's no meat and just vegetables. So we got some zucchini or courgettes which we're gonna shred up, some mushrooms and some onions. Shred it all up by hand or use the attachment on your blender. Put it into one bowl. Watch out for the plastic. And I'm going to shred a little bit more now because I've got a small blender. So one whole onion. So we're talking 2 whole courgettes, 8 mushrooms, and 1 whole red onion. And this is what gives it the volume and low calorie, because as we know, courgettes, onions, and mushroom are high in water content and low in calories. We're going to use this with tzatziki or cucumber Raita, whatever you want to call it, which is basically Greek yogurt, again high in protein, low in calories. And we're going to mix it up with some cucumber and a bit of red onion as well, again using the same attachment on the blender. And there you can see the kind of size that we're aiming towards. Right, so next step, in a bowl we're going to get some eggs, and a small trick for you guys: if you do get a bit of the shell, the easiest way to get it out is use one of the half shells you have and scoop it out. Believe it or not, it always sticks to the shell rather than using a spoon or your fingers or anything else for that matter. So we've got 2 whole eggs in the bowl, the Magic Quest all-purpose protein powder, and we're going to go for 2 scoops of these, which is approximately 56 grams, everything measured out on the scale as you can see right now. So 54 grams, and went over by a gram. Start mixing it all up with a whisk. Once you start getting a bit of a doughy consistency, take the whisk out and move on to a spoon. Season the courgette, mushroom, and red onion mix with some salt, some pepper, and I've also put in some garlic granules in there as well. Start mixing with a bowl. Remember, don't add any water or any almond milk or any other liquid, because once you've put salt in the courgettes and mushrooms and onion, they will release water, and that's where you get your liquid from. And you'll find after you let it set for a few minutes, say 10-15 minutes, and then mix again, you will start getting a doughy consistency. Fantastic garlic granules, by the way. I got these from Waitrose. They're not that sawdust powder, but actual garlic granules, which are pretty much like garlic, which has been dried up and cut into smaller pieces. So it gives it a little bit of texture and is more like eating normal chopped garlic rather than the powder that dissolves. Again, give it a try. Add extra salt, extra pepper to season as you like. So, moving on, the next step we're going to do is we're going to give this another mix. And as you notice, a lot of speed up videos, because I'm sure you don't want to see me mixing in real time, because otherwise this video would take about half an hour. You can already start telling from the close-up video that there is a doughy consistency because the vegetables have released their water, and there's more of a pancake mix in between the veg right now than there was initially, purely after setting it aside, like I said, for about 10-15 minutes. As long as you use the quantity of ingredients which I'm talking about, you won't have a problem and you'll get exactly the same results. I've decided to season a little bit more after a second try, a little bit more salt. Remember, you can always add, but you can never take away once you've put it in. And then it starts getting messy with I have to put more protein powder, I have to put another egg, I have to get another courgette, and you never have one, or another onion, or some more mushrooms, and it just becomes complicated. So it goes nice and slow. Here we have the shredded up cucumbers, which we're going to use for our cucumber raita. Again, lots of garlic granules. You can see these are quite nice chunks. Gives it a nice crunch in the topping. In we go now with some salt and the black pepper to taste. Again, lots of peppers around there. You got pink pepper, Himalayan pepper, white pepper, whatever you have. It doesn't really matter. Best way is use what you have and go with it. Any other seasoning at this point, you may want to add some parsley, some chives. It's entirely up to you. Use your imagination, go wild, and experiment with different ideas every time you make this recipe. So, I don't know what I'm quite doing now because it's kind of gone still. Oh, here we go. Some more mixing for you guys. Uh, this will release a little bit of water as well once you add the salt. Pro tip, guys, once you've shredded up the cucumber, give it a good squeeze in a tea towel and get rid of all that excess water once you've shredded the cucumber, and then you'll only get a little bit of water left after. Using some 0% fat Greek yogurt and 250 grams goes into that. I diced up one whole cucumber with 250 grams, like I said, of Greek yogurt, and that gives it a very nice consistency. And again, water will be released, and after about 5, 10, 15 minutes, you'll get a bit more saucy consistency. Again, more pepper, more salt, more garlic, more whatever you want to your taste. I've added some more salt and some more pepper. Gives me a much more full-bodied taste in my topping, because let's face it, if you're on a cut, you're looking for low calorie, but you still want flavor. Flavor is important. It what makes it interesting. And then there you go again. There's me with my final taste test, and that looks good. Frying pan, give it a couple of sprays with some 1% or 1 calorie spray. Nice and thick mixture so it's easy to put on the skillet. Size entirely up to you. I go for about 2 to 3 inches per pancake, and remember, nice low heat. It does take a while to cook. This batch that I've made with those ingredients gives you approximately 15 to 20 pancakes. I'm going to put the macros for the entire meal after at the end of the video. Honestly speaking, for me, that was pretty much 2 very full servings. So divide those macros in half and you'll get a portion per serving. I reckon even some people, you could divide that portion into 3, and you'll see at the end those calories and those macros very low. So very good meal and very tasty meal if you're on a cut right now. After a couple of minutes, keep an eye. You can see when they're ready to flip over, they'll let you flip over and they'll let you put the spatula on the bottom. This one wasn't quite ready yet, but still managed to give it a flip, and that's what it looks like. Yeah, we're not using flour or oats, so protein powder does give it a kind of, I'll say, small cardboardy look to it, but don't worry because the taste is absolutely amazing. So that batch is cooked. I then proceeded to cook the rest. I'm not going to go through cooking the next 15 or so pancakes. These ones, you can see I left them on the minimum heat I had on that burner and for slightly longer, and they flip much easier apart from this little guy. And and as long as it's low heat, you won't overcook them. They won't get dry. They're naturally quite thick. The Quest all-purpose mix does also puff them up a little bit, so nice and spongy and aerated, so not dry and horrible as you'd expect. So that's for the protein pancakes with courgette, mushroom, and onion. Experiment with other vegetables as well, guys. You can put cucumber, maybe some cauliflower, some broccoli if you like. We're gonna serve a couple of these up on a plate to get a nice presentation and a thumbnail for the video. Cover them up with the cucumber raita, and you're ready to enjoy. I put some more on the stove to carry on cooking now. In the meantime, I'm gonna go enjoy this and quite possibly have another serving like this and go enjoy. Macros and calories on the screen now as we speak. Hope you like the video. Give it a try. Give it a thumbs up if you've tried it. Comments always welcome down below. And again, thanks very much everyone for watching. Check out my latest video, which is on your screen right now. Subscribe on my Twitter and my Instagram. Thanks very much for watching, and I'll see you guys soon.